Hey, what is going on? We are in October. It is Happy Friday. My name is Christian Ortiz.
This is Pires.
And welcome to On the Ropes. But this topic is going to be relationship talk, pock and talk.
Just keep fucking going. Just keep fucking going.
I'm joking. It's strictly relationship talk. I think one of the episodes we had, we kind of missed out on it. And anyways, Happy Friday. We're in October already. Fourth quarter in.
Oh my God,
October,
bro.
November, December.
Yeah, fourth quarter.
Elections coming first thing in November.
Bro, this is gonna be a fucking shit show.
And
this is going to be a shit show.
I didn't want to. I won't. This will be the very brief 30 seconds. If anybody that saw the debate, you should be ashamed of yourself as an American.
I totally agree.
And you know, I'm not patriotic, but watching those two up there was very embarrassing.
That shit made me sweat.
It was a shit show.
I didn't even watch the whole thing, but it made me sweat.
It was a shit show.
I was like,
you know, you had one guy who just was straight bullying, interrupting, unprofessional. I mean,
he was kind of funny.
I'll be honest, he was a little funny. And then the other guy who had no facts, all of them lies basically, except for like one or two things. And I felt bad for him. His numbers were wrong. The guy would ask him a question, he would answer something completely different. And then, you know, the Trump wasn't even answering questions at all. He just was attacking Biden. It was just terrible. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, this 79-year-old and 74 said, these are the two people we have. Me and Peter should be up there debating for the United States.
No, in all
That's a
seriousness
show.
though, in all seriousness, I really don't feel that a president should be older than like 65.
I was going to say 67 should be the cutoff.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
beyond that, because
Yeah.
like what else do you have to relate to like, because you have to consider now the 18-year-olds that are considered adults, and then everyone else in between. You
Wasn't
have
like
to
70 when we start getting dementia or whatever?
shit. You can get dementia when you're like 60
I
something.
mean,
there you go.
but we have to be serious. Like, these are the two guys that are handling
Old as
our
fuck.
country.
Very old. Yeah.
You know,
Old as fuck.
I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, and
Shit is just
and Pete
weird.
knows me. He knows what more side I'm on. But regardless, I mean, I'm not stupid to see there and watch this and say,
This shit is
this is the
Wild.
president. This is the next president of the United fucking States.
that shit
These people are in charge of nuclear bombs
yeah,
and
genuinely
economy
embarrassing.
and schools and education. This is the leaders we have here,
With
buddy.
one press of a button.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we all agree it was a complete disaster, embarrassment, shit show.
I've seen
yes
or
no.
I've
And
seen
then-
a
yeah,
lot
and-
of people say
and
that
then
it was
the
a
next
fucking shit
day-
show.
Trump got COVID.
Yeah, he got COVID this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Like
That's nuts.
I've seen people saying like
that it's fake.
for what? No,
Oh.
not that it's fake. Like just people saying like, oh, like my wish is granted and shit like that and all this shit. Like don't wish death on nobody.
Yeah.
Don't wish sickness on nobody.
People,
Because if that
hate
shit,
Trump, dude.
oh yeah, no, I know.
That's messed up.
But I mean, like to be honest with you, I feel like that's something that, well, I mean, he just says some off the cuff shit in general, but just don't do that shit, bro. Don't do that shit. That's distasteful. You know what I mean? Like for
No, you're right.
example, if you're trying to get someone, I put it like this, debate wise, or like anyone who's having a conversation. I watched a video a while ago, and this dude was saying like, if you want to get someone to agree with you, right? The video was called like how to be right every time, right? And I think it was an awesome fucking video. But he said like if you want to get someone to agree with you, they're not going to agree with you no matter how right you are if you call them a dick.
Like, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah, and then you're like, "Oh, okay. Now I'm supposed now that you've thrown in an attack, they're like, I'm really not going to listen to you." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
who wants to listen to anyone attacking them?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like
you're right. You're absolutely right.
So I mean that's on both sides though. So like for example, if somebody says something, if you say something to me, right, and I respond with like calling you out of your name, now we're both not going to listen to each other. You know what I mean? As opposed to me being like, hey, this is what we can do, and this is why I did X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? And then it would be like, oh, okay, like, but yeah,
But majority of people don't think like that.
yeah, no, they don't want to
They
do
don't
that
think
shit.
like that.
It's
The-
stupid.
The only problem I have is, and I talked to somebody earlier this morning about this, close buddy of mine, and I have a problem with any Democrat failing to realize that Joe Biden is also a problem. and I have a problem with any Republican realizing that Donald Trump is a problem. If you're on either party side and you can't acknowledge that your own candidate is fucked up,
Totally.
you're a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Because there
You're
shouldn't be one fucking person, not one, Democrat or Republican, that watched that fucking debate
And was like, oh yeah,
and
my side is right.
and sat there and said, my side, yes, the Democrats got Donald Trump today. The Republicans got no. If you're sitting there really honestly thinking, if all you saw was Donald Trump bully Biden, if that's all you saw, you weren't fucking paying attention. And if all you saw was Joe Biden lying and saying misinformation, then you're a fucking idiot too. That's how I took that. And you know, anyways.
I was genuinely afraid to tune in. I was like, this is about to.
Well, dude, the commissioner came out and said they're gonna have mute buttons now because of this shit.
That's fucking
And they should.
funny.
They need that.
They should.
They need that.
They completely. That shit would be mad funny. Excuse me, sir. Your 2 minutes is up.
I can just imagine that. Like, you hear Trump saying, like, Trump over here in the background, you can hear him in, like, the other mic, like, pussy. Pussy.
You know, we do well. Hold on, I have one more point.
Far away. Oh, really?
Yeah. Pussy.
Oh man. Anyways, that's just basically my takeaways, folks. There's two sides to it. You know, both candidates are terrible for the country.
This was
and
fucking embarrassing.
us Americans as people, we need to do a better job.
4 years, man. 4 years of whichever.
Hey, bro, it is what it is to me.
I don't know. Anyways, you know what I am paying attention? I'm gonna pay attention to the presidential candidates instead.
Yeah.
I feel like Pence is going to be funny as fuck on there, though. I really do. Like, because he's, like, going to be...
Yeah, he's dead serious. He's dead serious.
He's trying to compute everything. He's like he's turning his head and shit. Like,
You see shit happening. Like,
okay,
in his
so
head.
we
Gears turning.
we asked finally on our show for the relationship talk. We got 3 questions from a female, and we're gonna answer them as guys. There's 3 guys on here. You have myself, you have Peter, and of course behind the scenes we got the Money Mo Kevin.
ooh, Money Mo.
That's right. They know.
And so we're gonna go right into it. So first question, and all guys complain about this. Every one of us.
Yeah.
Why do women think that nagging is a thing for men? Why do women think that nagging is a quote unquote thing for men?
Just put it in quotations.
No, I'm saying it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
So they complain that we complain that they nag.
Yeah.
Did I get that correctly?
Yes.
And they say that like us guys talking among ourselves that, oh man, my wife was nagging me today.
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah. So one of the first things that I like to bring up there is, like, for one, a dude is, like we spoke about it earlier, a dude is fairly simple. Like, if you kind of just let them go through the motions, they're damn near going to do the same thing every single day. And you're like, you probably won't find them doing anything
This
different.
is what's in our head.
Yeah, just like, and I brought up to Christian earlier, like, if my girl were to be like, oh, you hesitated answering this question, I was like, I was just thinking. Like, I'm literally trying to answer you. But you over here, like, cut me off in half a second. Like, how am I supposed to? I was like, what? But in all seriousness, like, dudes, in a sense, we can be absent-minded. If not that, we're thinking about something else while you're talking. And if that's the case, and you keep bringing up that topic, or you keep, like, poking our buttons, we're gonna be like, yo, why the fuck are you nagging me? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that shit is annoying. Like, my mom would be like, bro, literally within seconds of, like, she's like, hey, can you go get me a water? Hey, can you go get me? I'm like, yo,
my wife's
I'm like,
that big
I
time.
didn't even get up. I didn't get up.
I just like that shit.
I hate that shit so much. I'm like, and I'm over here, like, looking at a text or something. She's like, hey, can you get me? I'm like, whoa, like, give me a second.
That happens, bro.
I hate that shit.
Let me move my
And
body.
I will dead at, like, if my mom does this shit, I'm like, I'm not going.
Dude, oh my God. You know, another thing about that's a really good example. I go far as deeper as this. Sometimes women nag, or if you're a guy, and there's like different levels of nagging, right? You got the nagging like that, where they want something and they just want something fucking right now. Remember at the end of the day, women like you being completely 100% engaged and present with them.
Mm-hmm.
That even goes for your mom, Okay. So if you're not 100% engaged with them, I was talking to a buddy of mine who works out with us on Tuesdays, and it's not Victor. It's the other guy. I don't know. You know who he is?
With the red car.
His name's Austin. Yeah.
Yeah, red car.
And he was basically saying like he had just went through a they're separated and they're kind of getting like back together. And the biggest problem he had was like her like nagging him about every fucking thing, every little thing. Like he just like couldn't take it no more. It was that bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like women when they're nagging, you got to realize like what type of nag is it? Is it a nag that you just need something right now? Is it that you just need this guy's undivided attention? Is there something after the nag that you're really trying to go for? Because that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, is it that, you know, are you nagging them about something that you've been reminding them about the same shit over and over again for the past year that they've just never changed? I got news for you. They're not changing that. Just shut up. Like, you have to accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Some of it, yeah.
Like, dude, look, if we're used to something, if we've been having a habit for a long fucking time, it just is what it is.
There really is going to have to be something in there that we have, like, that has to break it. Otherwise, we're going to keep doing it.
We like, it's just a complete routine. We're just going to keep doing it over and over and over and over again. And you're just nagging over and over and over again.
Because we like that shit.
The more you nag, the more resentment we're going to end up getting.
I totally agree.
So maybe have I'm not saying don't do it because it's just a part of women. It's a part of who you are. You know, you have to, you have to tag, you have to get on your guy every once in a while. It's okay.
Yeah. If you need him to do something or something like that. No, I totally,
but yeah, I'm the same way. Like I was in the middle of a really important text yesterday, and on my way to the kitchen, which I was cooking for my wife, my marketing, we had a big event yesterday at a park, and we were just like, I had to get back to her on what we had, so she didn't buy it at the store. And I was in the middle of the text. Now, mind you, my wife had just asked me right before that text, she had needed like water, the patches for her back or something like that. And like, then she started talking to me while I was in the middle of the text, and I said, hold on one second. Because I wanted to focus on the text and then give her my 100% undivided attention.
Yeah, you finish the text and you put the shit away.
Because she doesn't like me doing both. And she said, why do I always keep getting hold on? So I looked at her and I said, because I want to be able to give you my 100% undivided attention. And this is also very important. So I'm sure like yours can just wait 5 more seconds. Let me finish this and then I'm at your service. And that's exactly what happened. And then she kind of got bothered at first, but then she just realized, she's going through something, she's going through it right now. It is what it is, but don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, just don't fucking do that shit. Like, I know I need to give you I'm reading the book, The 5 Love Languages. It's another fucking.
Oh, you reading it again?
I'm reading like the more in-depth part about it. And quality time is like the number one thing that women need, but quality time is not just like spending time with them. It's that part. It's that 100%. They have to know you have one. There's nothing else on your fucking mind. You see what I'm saying? So if they're gonna nag, and most of the time we do have something else on our fucking mind.
Yeah, we're just usually like,
Peter's like, well, he might be talking to Kaylee and he's got like Hunter x Hunter in his head.
Yeah, like I'll think of some wild shit. I'll just be like.
Or me, like I might talk to my wife and I'm thinking about like kneeing someone in the fucking ribs, or like
or a baseball game,
or a baseball game. Yeah,
yeah. He's gonna be like, "Damn, I really missed that. I really missed that hit like 3 years ago or some shit like that."
But
you'd just be mad.
So why do women why do women think that nagging is a thing for men? Why do women think?
I
don't know why women think that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, because I think what she's saying is like a lot of women will say, oh, he always thinks that I'm nagging him, but XYZ or some shit like that. One thing that I will say that, like,
real quick, do you think that if a guy does say that, what do you think? Like, do you think like the guy's overreacting, or most likely that you are fucking nagging?
One or two things.
There you go. Yeah. Go ahead.
Honestly, I feel like one of two things. I feel like men don't get a lot of credit in certain aspects. So, like, for example, I was talking to, because Patience was in here, Jonathan was in here, and Patience's client, right? And Patience was like, Jonathan got his girlfriend, his fiance now. He got her a ring last July. He proposed in October last year, right? Patience was like, why'd you wait that long? Why'd you wait that long? And Jonathan's like, yo, there's like a process to this. He's like, I got to even think, like, am I really trying to be with her? You know what I mean? Like, everyone has to go through that. And on top of that, he's talking to his parents. He's talking to her parents, all that stuff. But dudes don't get credit for that. They get credit for the, wow, you sat down and proposed. Or the, why'd you take so long?
You're right, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, if
that goes, that part.
It's overlooked.
See, it's complete. But to me, that's why you talk about that book, The Men on Strike, which is in my Amazon queue. Like, all that shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, women look completely past what men really do. They really do. I honest to God think they really do. I do not think men think that about their woman. Like, if the woman's really taking care of shit at home and feeding them and like,
well, they can though. I don't want to say they don't. Yeah.
I don't think it goes like over their head, but they might take it for granted.
Yes.
But it doesn't go
yeah.
like, for example, her initial response.
Yeah.
Completely over her head.
Yeah.
Right?
She's like, why'd you wait that long?
But I think that men, like in that situation, like they know that their wife takes care of them.
Not only that, they're fucking nervous. The dudes are fucking nervous.
I don't even remember what I told my wife when I proposed.
Bro, I probably would have.
Bro, I slurred my. It is
you know
the
what
most
I mean?
nerve-wracking fucking thing,
Jonathan
bro.
was like, yo, like I was
Dude,
scared
you're
as fuck.
Sweating.
Yeah. He was like, I was scared as fuck. So like on top of that, like
holding the ring is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
When you actually fucking get it, you're like, yo, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think one of the other crazier parts, like when it comes to that nagging and shit, like let's say your dude has some sort of stressful job, right? Or some semblance of a stressful job. Maybe they're thinking about shit that they have to do tomorrow or something like that, or they just have shit on their mind from work. And now they're not necessarily paying attention. They're thinking about other things, and now you're going to nag them. They're like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over here trying to worry about this shit,
right.
But now you're like, but women don't look at that.
I think another thing, too, like, I know that women, whenever, like, the textbook thing that people always refer to is when they need you to clean something.
Yeah.
Women's always like, hey, honey, can you get this? Can you take out the trash? Can you do that? But, you know, one thing is women are in cleaning mode. They're like, all right, I'm in cleaning mode. It's time to clean the house.
The guy's in complete opposite.
The guy is not in cleaning mode right now. He's like, honey, I'll get it later.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm doing something right now.
Yeah,
Or, I got you. One second.
That happens in my marriage all the fucking time.
And then it's like,
I'm like, you're expecting me to be in the exact same mood you're in. Like, I'm not.
I'm not in cleaning mode.
I'll get it to you.
Yeah, like I'm not in clean mode right now. Right now, I'm playing the game with the homies, or I'm watching something.
Yeah,
I'll do it after. You know what I mean? But then they look at it like, why you can't do it now?
I hate that.
You're right.
I hate that.
You're right. 100%.
But if you want to,
that is completely normal. 100%.
It is very normal. It's like that's why I said
100%.
it's the textbook example of, honey, can you do this? Babe, I'll get it in a minute. Why can't you do it now? Boom, fight
in the middle of something.
In the middle.
I think that to sometimes, like, to my own wife's benefit, like, I'll do that and then I don't do it.
Facts. I do that too.
You know, and so like she has the right the next day to like remind me about it.
Yeah,
okay?
then I'll be like, oh shit, yeah. You
because then I'm like,
that's me.
You know.
Yeah, and then I mean, at least you can own up to it after. You're like,
yeah, be like, oh
hey,
fuck, that was me. That was my fault.
Yeah, but don't be like, what do you mean? You need to get that shit. Nah, don't do that.
No, I don't care who you are.
That is an automatic. I'm gonna go take a shit in the bathroom moment.
Yeah. Yeah, like I can't tell you how many times, like if someone were to be
Peter,
like,
right or wrong?
Nah, I'm hungry. I'll do some shit like that. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry.
I'm making a protein shake.
Just give me a minute, and I'll take my sweet ass time. I'll be standing there right in front of the blender and shit too. Just
listen, women. I mean, nag, but don't nag.
Yeah, I mean,
think be more self-aware of what, when, and how you're nagging, and also like what is your dude going through at that moment too.
Exactly. Think about that too.
Just don't sometimes don't just be a woman. Like,
especially if you're upset.
Be self-aware,
because that happens a lot when women are upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They feel that they have to do that more when they're upset. They start nitpicking more.
I think we really answered
and
this.
And it doesn't mean that we don't want to clean.
It depends on the moment.
Yeah, just
No,
at the
you're right.
moment.
No,
yeah,
like
at
if
the
I'm looking
moment,
at it,
yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I need to wash some dishes. That happens sometimes to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it stresses you out, gives you like anxiety
does.
and
It
shit.
does.
You're
Because
like,
I know like the typical
fucking
the typical
fucking
woman's
chef's
like, why
hair on
couldn't-
my
yeah,
couch.
why couldn't you get it right when you saw it? Like I can get it in a minute. Let me just I'm doing this real quick. I'll get to it.
I think guys see because women can be in like 5 modes at one time.
that is true.
Scientifically, guys it's like one.
Yeah, we can only be really good at
You
one.
know, for me it's like I'm hungry. That's it. That's
I
all
mean,
that's on my mind.
To be honest with you, and I totally agree with that because like I've been listening to Can't Hurt Me, and yeah, that shit is good. But he was saying if people multitask, like they do everything half-assed as opposed to like doing one thing.
It's the truth.
Yeah, especially dudes, because like I think Cheryl told me that dudes compartmentalize, so they kind of put things in like general areas and like
Categorize them and say
Yeah.
that's the one we're going after.
Yeah, exactly. But that's all. Like women can actually multitask better than men, which is why you said they can be in like 5 modes. No, I can't do that.
I'm the same way. I can't.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah, I'll be.
Yeah.
I can't. I've tried to be that way and I've realized nothing got done.
Yeah,
Right,
or
right,
or
yeah,
yeah, or
At all.
you've gotten a quarter of everything done, and you're just like,
damn, I'm not accomplished.
yeah, you should be mad as fuck.
Yeah.
What?
Next question.
And we're not saying, and then again, it's not the whole. We're not saying that we can't multitask. It's just we have a very hard time of doing it.
Yeah, we're just not the best at it.
And do you want one thing to get done the right way or 3 things to get done?
Because if we try the 3-4 things
Yeah.
and it's a
It's gonna
quarter,
be
we're
mediocre.
getting nagged again.
exactly. Why did you do that?
Why'd you do it this way?
Why did you separate the
What
colors and
happened?
the whites? And
Are
you're
you
like,
got to be fucking kidding me with
yeah,
this?
Yeah, exactly.
No, bro.
Anyways,
Don't talk to me
this was
like
a good one.
We love you, women.
Finances.
Women.
When you're married or you're in a really serious relationship, what ends up happening, right? You have a family, like, do you split it? Do you not? Separate bank accounts? Do you want to be aware of what somebody spends? Do you not? You know,
I was gonna say, like, I'm more on the other end of this, but I can give my input of where I would want to go with this. But you're gonna have to.
you want me to go first?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Me and my wife share everything. We've been broke together. We've been financially successful together. And my money that goes in my account, no matter how much it is, she
hers
takes
too,
she
yeah.
takes what she wants. And vice versa. If I need something from her, we all share. We share an account. She has access to my business account. If she needs to transfer money or whatever, she does it. You know, I mean, I know some people find that weird. I mean, I know 2 of my friends, they split everything, that are married, and you know, they just then what they do is they have their own bank accounts, and then they put
Into a
their
pot.
bills into a pot, like into one bank account, and then that person pays the bills or whatever. Like to me,
I like that. That's the idea that I was thinking.
like if I'm gonna work together as a team with my wife and have goals and things that we want to do together, like we need to work together on our own shared stuff, right? Like I don't want anything hidden. Like I'm gonna be able to look and see, okay, she spent $500 on makeup today, or not that she does.
Yeah, no,
I'm just saying, like I'm
It's very
like,
possible.
I'm like I know every fucking thing, you know, because there are couples out there that they have separate bank accounts, and then one's mad with, well, I pay 70% of the bills and she pays 30. Like, aren't you fucking married? Who the fuck cares? Like to me, when you're married, you're married. You're inside the same thing.
Yeah, now y'all
Understand?
both got bills.
You get what I'm
Not
saying?
just one bill.
Like this water is
It's
fucking
not like
married.
you could literally split that bill in half. You can.
Like
But-
no, like there's this is just I'm Puerto Rican. I'm old school. Like, you know, you made a big point. Unless I had met my wife when I was already well financially successful, and I'm probably in my late 30s, like I'm well off
like
already.
this.
And then I met her, like, okay, it's fucking separate.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like if you 2 meet, you're in the beginning of your careers,
Broke as hell.
together. You're broke together, and you first get your first apartments together. Like that's becoming like togetherness. You get what I'm saying? I just think each person is different. So for me and my wife, I met her early, 24. You know, we have one account. We know our bills. We know how much it is per month together. Her check goes in the account. I pay myself. Goes in the same fucking account. Whatever we have, we have. That's it. I do, other people, I don't think there's no right or wrong way. I think whatever's going to work for you is the best decision. Whatever's going to work for the couple, Now, if you're doing stuff together and let's say you're making $80,000 a year, Kaylee's making $50,000 a year, but you're married, there's no such thing as, well, Peter, you make more, you should be able to pay the car. Like, that's not how and I've heard that from other couples. Or, no, I take care of this and she takes care of this because I make more. Like, motherfucker, you're married. She got your last name.
Yeah.
My wife is called Mrs. fucking Ortiz. That house.
Mrs. fucking Ortiz.
No, like my beach house, the house here in Orlando, like it's ours.
It all says Ortiz on it. Yeah.
It doesn't have like, that's not separate.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. It's y'all's.
So like, I don't know. So like, to me, like what I've heard people, I mean, you do what you want. I'm just saying what's worked for me is it together. But I've also met more people that they've had it separate.
I feel like that would take some stress off everything. If everything's in one account.
The people that I've seen that have shared accounts, I don't ever hear them complaining about like.
Yeah, I feel like
unless they both have money troubles. Like
it's the people that I've seen that have had separate bank accounts. Like, damn, yo, bro, I just found out this. She spent money on this, and I'm spending this on this. She can't pay the rent. I'm like, wait a minute, are you fucking married with a kid? Yeah, what do you mean? Bro, you take care of it. That's your responsibility. How are you going to get married? To me, if you're getting married, you get married. Okay? Let's just say you're I don't know. Whoever I don't know. It was Kaylee Pires and Peter Pires. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't mean it. I'm just saying. You guys get married. You have a fucking kid. You've been having separate bank accounts. Okay? And then all of a sudden, Kaylee comes to you like, Peter, listen, like, I had spent money on all this anime stuff. Like, I can't pay the mortgage. And then you fucking flip. What do you mean?
What did you buy?
We do this shit 50-50. Yeah. No, you're her fucking husband. Yeah. She's your last name. You pay for it.
Yeah.
I feel like, see,
you get what I'm saying? Katie should do the same shit. Katie should do the same shit for Peter.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I totally agree.
Peter has a problem.
Yeah, but I guess people are so used to that whole thing because remember they start off in just a boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah.
So they have to do like, oh, I have my shit, you have your shit.
Yeah.
Then they go into a marriage and they have that same mentality.
Yeah.
They don't think about. This is combined now. They're like,
exactly.
Oh, well, we're still,
I totally agree.
Yeah, they kind of go into it with that.
You got to look at that shit, like get to that shit from the jump. Like if y'all move in together and shit like that,
you have to talk about that.
Yeah, talk about it. Just fucking talk about it. Get that shit out of the way, and just get.
I agree.
I've thought about it. Like if I were to have, like for example, I would probably end up doing the same thing you're doing with Kaylee. I would just be like,
one account.
Yeah, one account, because I'm not trying to go back and forth with this shit.
Yeah,
like I would much rather know.
Like, hey, you didn't pay this, you didn't pay that.
Yeah,
like,
no, like it's not that. It's not like I didn't pay this, you didn't pay that. Like if we just set it all up to another bank account, like a pot where it's just fucking like bill shit, I'll just do that. I'm not dealing with this shit, so I don't even have to think about it.
Yeah,
because if I have to think about it more,
good.
I'm gonna end up getting.
Because think about it, how many bills? Peter,
I'm gonna get fucking mad.
Me and I
already know I'm gonna
probably got. Look, we got 2 mortgages, 2 insurances. I mean. For someone to sit there and be like, you know what, you're in charge of all our credit card bills and utilities and phone.
No,
you're in charge of groceries and fucking like, and then someone forgets.
Passed out.
And I know someone that they're like this. Okay, like she forgot to pay the fucking utility bill. Our power almost went off.
Yeah, but see, isn't that kind of old school too?
But bro, fuck. What do you fucking mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know that? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
you're married.
Right.
You that's the shit.
Yeah.
Okay, if she's making 80, you're making 60, or vice versa, or whatever, and you look at your bills and you say, okay, we make $130,000 for the year, and our bills are $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's $60,000 a year. Yeah. That leaves us with $80,000.
Ooh.
Okay. So
that's a lot of money.
That's not bad.
Sometimes what me and my wife may do is be like, hey, if it's a big purchase, our deal is like if it's like over $100, we have to we'll just say it like, hey, I'm spending $300 on headphones, or hey, I'm spending if it's $80,
$200,
$70, we just fucking get it. Like we don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it on that.
Anyways, I mean, that's just my thing is whatever is going to, if you're going, like Peter said, are we live?
Yeah.
okay, whatever Peter said, going into it, you got to be, listen,
Have that
very
fucking
carefully.
conversation.
Listen to me very carefully, you couples out there, men and women. You better be up fucking front, off the rip with your finances. I have this many credit cards. This, like if you're moving
Just
in
let 'em
together
understand it,
and
yeah.
you're about to share bills, you got to be 100% up fucking front. You do not come back and say
No surprises or nothing.
No surprises. I owe the IRS or whatever. Like, no. Like, you got to be completely 100% up front.
What do you think about? Because I mean, every couple's gonna come together with debt already,
Absolutely.
right? So, what about the case where it's like, okay, I got to pay my debt, but then we pay our shit? Like, is that like, you think that would be like a whole thing?
When my
different.
wife met me and I was poor as a joke, she had one credit card. I had 8. She helped me, flat out.
Real shit.
She came in,
That's
she was
what's up.
working, and
That's
she's
what's
like,
up, yeah.
she was like, no, we're gonna work on this together,
Yeah,
just
that's
like
what's up.
that.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting rid of them. Like, then I got 23 fucking. I mean, we got out of that anyways. My whole point is like, yeah, I was that guy, and she
Right.
came and was like, no, like we're living together, we're gonna work on this together.
She could have easily said no.
No, right.
She could have been like,
that's what
she
I'm
could have been
saying,
like,
yeah.
no,
And
but I, you know what? Like, I was up front. I told, hey, this is what I have. She's like, you got 8 fucking credit cards.
You're like, yeah.
trying to make it.
I was like, yeah, nigga. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you know how it is.
But yeah, I mean, just be up front. Know, like, okay, it's okay to have separate bank accounts here or there, and to have some spending money. But I don't. That's what works for me. I'm not saying separate is the wrong thing. If having separate bank accounts works for you,
Gives you a peace of mind.
always works for you, fine.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is, as long as it's not jeopardizing the relationship. The
Yeah,
minute it
exactly.
starts jeopardizing the relationship, then that's when it's time
Do
to
the
just
fucking opposite.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
do the fucking opposite.
There you go.
Yeah. Like if that shit is hurting you guys, do the fucking opposite.
Exactly.
Hopefully it works better.
Like how
But-
things change.
And if you end up doing both and none of them work, it's a communication issue. You both suck.
We got it. See that?
Hey, good. There you go. That's it.
All right. Next one is how has your
Rapid fire.
How has your significant other let themselves go during quarantine? This is a good one because I did.
Yeah. Same.
Back in April, I did big time. I was 214 pounds.
What?
I was drinking, playing Apex all day.
Sick.
Bored as fuck.
Awesome.
This is true. This is true.
Dude, I haven't played all week, low key.
100%.
I haven't played all week.
I haven't played in about 3 or 4 days. And yeah, I was eating like shit. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I'm not gonna have a summer camp. I got a little depressed.
Yeah.
This, and then I started
Yeah.
running, and I'm back to being fit or whatever. But at that time, I don't know. I felt like I just needed to do. I just felt like I needed. At the time, I wasn't like feeling sorry for myself. I was just like, I needed to do that.
Yeah.
I put some weight on. It is what it is. I mean,
You got to
I'm
unwind a
like
little
I'm
bit.
walking around 201 now,
Yeah.
but like it's not like I look back at that and I'm like, holy shit, like I
Right.
really let myself go. But
Yeah.
how has your significant other let themselves go? I mean, my wife, she's tried to stay strong. Obviously, she's having some back issues and she's been trying to work out, but I really wouldn't say she's let herself go.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the same for Kaylee either. Kaylee, only thing that Kaylee didn't do was like at one point they offered, because this is when Corona, not its like actual, not our actual numbers were at a peak, but the Corona scare was at a peak. You know what I mean? So like the numbers were still like dog shit. There wasn't anything bad compared to what we have seen. So she was just scared, so she didn't work for about a month and she got paid for it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was about it. I would say that's the most that she's done to like let herself go.
I
I
do
guess.
know this. I do know that when I
She did watch a lot of TV.
when I
but-
did go to buy alcohol during that time frame, the guy told me that alcohol sales were up 37% a day.
I could imagine.
Depression.
I could imagine.
I mean, you got to. If
You're at home. This motherfucker's drinking.
There
Yeah.
is one thing during the entire debate, by the way, not to bring it back up, that there was actually one. Well, the only 5 minutes of discussion that they were talking about the real issues was when I think they were saying when Trump was yelling at Biden about how he would have closed the country. He's like, because he said that he would close. He's going to close the fucking country if the virus gets bad again, like the whole fucking country. And Trump was like, dude, you can't do that. Like, you're gonna see the worst economic depression of all time if you end up closing the country. Like, you can't do that. You got small businesses that are having a problem, you know. And so, that being said, like, I agree. Like, dude, I can't take another year like this next year. You fucking kidding me? Dude, if they shut the country down again next year, like, dude, you're going to see
hell.
Bro, then there will be a war. There'll be a civil war out there. There'll be a big problem, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's where you see people looting,
you got families,
robbing people.
Families are
More
just
riots.
not, like, it just, dude,
What?
it is me
like
fucking
real,
crazy.
like riots.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
people gonna rob each other.
Yeah.
Like there was looting and shit like that. I'm saying people are gonna
Dude, I'm
rob
about to
each
say,
other.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
gotta,
People will rob each other.
but I had submitted the day after my gun license. The day after I got
Oh,
it.
day after. Yeah,
Yes,
get
a lot of people were
huge-
saying
I'm
like,
getting
yo,
a
go
huge
get
fucking- I'm
registered.
getting-
he's
shotgun
about to get a
this-
fucking RPG,
shotgun this fucking big. I am. I'm gonna put it right up on this roof in case you need it, Peter.
Just jump up and punch through that
Punch
shit.
the ceiling in one.
I just have that bitch. Like,
Dude, that shit's gonna be so
Well,
tall
yeah,
by
laying
the
back
time
down
he
with
brings
it.
that shit down, the nose is gonna hit the person in the fucking.
Oh,
No, I mean,
man.
no. I mean, the gun violence. I mean, you don't want no gun violence, but you got to be ready to go. Anyways,
True.
So as far as letting yourself go, I mean, I think we've all had
a little bit,
got
yeah.
fucked up psychologically,
Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah,
but just
I mean,
know-
at that point, I was probably working out only like 3 days a week as opposed to 5.
I stopped. I put on like 10 pounds, but
10 pounds over what?
Yeah.
Like since February, March?
I had
Yeah.
to, bro.
Yeah,
In
it was just
April,
10.
I went from 204 to 214. All
Yeah,
of
10
April.
pounds?
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. 10 pounds
Yeah.
not bad, but I
And
mean,
then obviously I got rid of it.
Yeah,
but
then you
now
started running.
I'm back in
so
the gym.
that's my story on letting myself go. I mean, I don't know what else other people are doing. I'm sure they're depressed. They're not dressing correctly. I mean, think about it. Like, livelihood, not being able to go into restaurants, go out, like nothing. The theme park got taken away from normal stuff.
Yeah.
Business is gone. Mom
Yeah.
and pop shops gone. They're done.
Shit, the people who make us the most money, fucking Disney had to shut down.
Yeah, that's how you knew it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Disney. They shut down for nothing. They're open Christmas Day.
You know.
That's
Anyways,
true.
I mean,
every
it-
day.
You gotta be
Hurricanes.
able to. I mean, last month was self-awareness month. You gotta
it really?
you gotta know where you are mentally, physically, spiritually, and like,
Emotionally, yeah.
emotionally within yourself. You know, and so you got to know those things. And sometimes you know, we all. I mean, I have like when I write my goals down. Sometimes like I do like a bi-weekly like check-in with myself. Like, where was I? What happened? Like, what did I do wrong? You know, with everything, with my food, my working out, my relationships with my friends, my relationship with my wife, whatever it is, like what happened. And so like I feel like every once in a while, like people should do that for themselves, you know? But yeah, I mean, that's where we at, you know, just be more self-aware, you know, when you're quarantining, be more self-aware with what's going on. And as Peter would always say, just always know there's a different perception for everything. Always. And not just not just like there's another side, like a whole circle of sides. There's always different angles and different routes for everything, you know. Just know that. Like, even like let's say you're driving and you got someone tailgating you and you're like, this motherfucker, right? This fucking guy. Like, I'm
Fucking
going slow.
asshole.
He's a fucking asshole. Right? Then you just see him run a red light and you're beeping the horn, you flip him off. Like, I don't know. What if his pregnant wife?
Yeah, I was about to
What
say.
if something
his wife
happened? Like,
pregnant
what, you know what?
as
Like
fuck.
you don't know. Like, you just don't know. Like, you never know. So like that's been my new attitude. Like, you just never know what someone's trying to go through. At the same time, though, man, fucking people, they're also pissing me off. Like,
I agree.
people, man, dude,
Totally
they're ruthless.
People
dude.
are fucked up.
They're ruthless.
Self-preservation, though.
Yeah,
people-
people are nuts.
Anyways, that's your relationship topic. It is anything to add to that, guys?
Nah, I think we're good.
Yeah, that's it.
That was good. I mean, it was
That's very
it was a
good.
Yeah.
good relationship topic. Don't forget, women don't nag. Stop it.
Leave us alone.
Finances. Financially, try to share it if you've come together. Maybe separate if you're already established, or you know, I mean, there's no right or wrong when it comes to that. And then, you know, self-awareness when it comes to where you're at with how you've let yourself go during COVID. You know, release what you need to release. If you need to be depressed, drink, but just pick a timeline.
I
when
was
it-
really
when it-
then
fucking
try- yeah,
hoping for this
get back
shit to
into the
be
swing
over
of
too.
things.
I was really hoping for this shit to be over by this time.
Yeah, me too.
You're on the ropes with Christian Ortiz.
Peter Pires.
I'm out.
Peace.